Right, despite ending the season with a win, it has been a campaign to forget for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. So let's run through some of the key facts and figures. They finished 8th behind Newcastle on goal difference, their worst finish in the league since the 89-90 season. That's also the last time they finished a campaign with a negative goal difference until this year, ending on -1. That's after they conceded 58 times across their 38 games, the most they've ever let in during a single Premier League season. So the stats certainly don't make for good reading. So let's get into it a bit more now with Mark. Just how damaging would no European football be for Manchester United, Mark?
Hugely damaging, for two reasons, really. First of all, when it comes to recruitment, if you want to sign the best players in world football, you need to be able to say, look, you can play Champions League football. You can play here at Old Trafford on the biggest club competition stage of all. If they don't have that, it has a significant impact on the players that they can sign. And those players at the elite level will be saying, actually, I don't want to have a few seasons outside of the Champions League. That's where I want to be playing football. And secondly, and significantly as well, financially, playing in the Champions League is worth a huge amount of money to the football club. It's worth around 40 to 50 million just by playing in the group stages alone. That's with prize money and TV revenue. Of course, if you progress and even win the Champions League, it will be worth over £100 million to the football club. For those two reasons, that's how significant it is that Manchester United find a way to play European football. We know that's the Champions League revenues, which of course Manchester United can't be involved. It's not quite as strong for the Europa League or the Europa Conference League, but still big pluses with regards to the bank balance and the ability to attract players.
It's not all doom and gloom for Manchester United, because they can end the season with a trophy if they manage to beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final. Do you think that's make or break, Mark? Will that game decide Erik ten Hag's future?
Well, we know that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Dave Brailsford and everyone at Ineos and Manchester United are completing a full review of the football operation. We know that Erik ten Hag's position, whilst never publicly has been stated as being up for discussion and being looked at, we understand that, of course, Manchester United are looking at every corner of the football operation. That includes Erik ten Hag. There's been a lot of noise in the media over the course of the last few weeks about potential replacements. We've seen newspaper articles looking at managers potentially that could replace Erik ten Hag. So, yes, this is going to be significant. However, Louis van Gaal won the FA Cup and still got sacked as the Manchester United boss. So there's no guarantees that should United beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final, that Erik ten Hag would be there next season. The recent run-ins between the two sides doesn't look good. Of course, Man City beat Manchester United in both Premier League games this season, and United have only won 2 of their last 10 meetings in all competitions against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. So the pressure is on. It looks like it's going to be a big challenge. But as we've seen with Manchester United, at times this season, when those young players find a way to connect, they can surprise you. And who wouldn't write off ten Hag winning the FA Cup and then leaving the club in the summer? We've seen stranger things happen. But yeah, interesting to see how this summer evolves for Manchester United, because there is a big spotlight on what Sir Jim Ratcliffe, new co-owner, decides to do moving forward.